Tom, first of all, fitness-wise, how are you? The manager said you've got a slight niggle at the minute.
Yeah, not too bad. Feels better this stage of the week than it did last week. But I managed to get through the 90 minutes against Arsenal, so I'm feeling fairly confident.
And looking forward to a trip to Anfield off the back of a good point last week.
Yeah, it was a good point. It could have been obviously a lot better, but we would have taken a point at the start of the game, and Anfield's one of the grounds you dream about playing when you're a youngster, so we'll go there full of confidence and hopefully we're catching them at a decent time.
Does it give you an extra edge when you know you're coming up against the likes of Steven Gerrard and Jordan Henderson as well?
Not really. Obviously Liverpool throughout their whole team and squad have got quality international players who have been playing at the top level for a number of years, so it's just going to be a test, but one that we're fairly confident of going about well.
I mentioned those two players because they've been ahead of you in the pecking order for England. Is that still something that's on your radar, getting into the international side again?
Not particularly, not on my radar. Obviously I'd love to get back in the England squad one day, but I haven't had an opportunity for a couple of years now, so it's not something that I'm fully focused on. I've just got to try and do well week in, week out for Hull, and hopefully that call will come.
A few injuries this weekend. How disruptive could that be?
It could be a little bit, but obviously Yella's one. We didn't have him for the Arsenal game. Dawson will be a massive loss, but I think with the squad we've got in decent depth, we should be able to cope all right.
I know you're watching the Tottenham game last night. She was tweeting that Lamella goal. What did you make of it?
No, it was unbelievable. At first it looked like he just bent it in with his right foot, but watching the replays it was just unbelievable and very audacious even to try that, but fair play to him.
We'll not be trying that tomorrow.
No, I'll fall over.
I just want to ask you, because I know you love to watch your football, what have you seen in watching the QPR game last week and the Real Madrid this week in Liverpool that gives you confidence that you can perhaps get something out of this game at Anfield?
Yeah, I think more so the QPR game, because I don't think we're anywhere near Real Madrid, but QPR attack Liverpool and they're probably only used to facing one striker up against them, so for QPR to go sort of a 4-4-2 and really test Liverpool, it was full credit to them, and they were very unlucky on the day. I think Real Madrid's performance in the first half is probably one of the best I've seen ever, really, so I think that might have just been a one-off, but the QPR one's shown that if you get about Liverpool and don't show them too much respect, then you can get a positive performance against them.
There was a charge levelled against Hull City for the Manchester City game that you did show too much respect early on. Was that a criticism that was fair in that match, for example?
Yeah, I think so. I think we probably sat off too deep, and before we knew it was 2-0 down, and then we sort of went man for man and got after them and pulled it back to 2-2, and obviously with the quality that Man City have got, one little bit of genius and they're sort of 3-2 in front, and the game was near enough dead after the amount of effort we put in to get back to 2-2. But if we can start games the way that we set about the Man City one once we was 2-0 down, then I think we'll be alright.
Now, you said Mike Dawson's going to be a big loss, and of course you've not only played with him here, but you played with him at Tottenham. What has he brought to this football club?
Obviously natural leadership. Even though he's not a screamer and a shouter, he leads by example, and around the place he's got added professionalism which he's been used to at Tottenham, but I think on the pitch he's dominant in the air and he's very comfortable and calms the team down when we're in possession as well.
And you're a big sports fan, as everybody knows, and there's a big boxing match going on here tomorrow. Luke Campbell's topping the bill. He's a big Hull City fan. Have you got a message for Luke as he faces Daniel Brazil of Argentina?
I actually me and Curtis Davis did a session with him a couple of weeks ago in his gym, so I'd just like to wish him all the best, and I'm sure he'll do well having watched him train.
What did you see in him? What did you like about him as a boxer?
No, he's just got the hunger that all the top athletes have got, and the will to win, and the dedication more so than any other sport. I think boxing is just unbelievable, the things that they have to go through, and I think as fitness wise, as individual athletes, I think they're right up there.
And can you see Luke going all the way? British Championship is his first objective, but can you see him being the world champion eventually?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's keeping the hunger and desire, and I'm sure he's got that.